Hey, I'm Penny and this is my channel. So normally on a Friday I would be uploading a Penny's Playing video where I would go over what I've been playing the last week or so, but unfortunately over the last week or so I've pretty much just been playing Rift, which I actually did last Friday for Penny's Playing, so I didn't think I would bore you with a second Rift video. Instead I'm going to go over what I'm mostly anticipating out of E3 this year from the main big three keynotes, Microsoft, Sony and Nintendo. And I just thought I'd share with you what I'm excited about, what I'm looking forward to about E3, because it's only in like a few days' time. So I'm going to start with Microsoft because I'll be doing it in chronological order, and Microsoft's keynote is the first out of the big three. So, Microsoft. First of all, I don't think that they'll be planning on releasing a new console or anything, or like announcing it at E3 this year. It just doesn't seem right. It seems like there's still a lot of life left in the 360, especially with having just released Kinect last year. It doesn't seem like they're going to be phasing out 360 anytime soon, so I'm not holding out for a new console or anything. My guess is that this year's E3, Microsoft are going to be focusing on new 360 games, new Kinect games, and Xbox Live features. In regards to the regular 360 non-Kinect games, you might remember in my last video I talked about some titles that had been leaked, and we might be seeing those at E3. There's a Hitman 5, Modern Warfare 3, Gears of War Exile, and Halo HD. Out of these titles, the one that I'm most excited for would be Halo HD, because I didn't actually get a chance to play very much of the original Halo back on the Xbox or on PC when it was later released for that. And with Reach having concluded the Halo series last year, it does seem like a good time for them to re-release Halo with HD graphics and kind of bring the franchise back to its original roots and introduce it to anyone who hasn't played the old games yet. As far as other games we might be seeing at Microsoft's keynote, we could be seeing like a Final Fantasy remake or a brand new game, maybe Mass Effect 3 stuff, or the new Assassin's Creed game, might be seeing some stuff about that, Grand Theft Auto 5, but nothing that's got me really, really excited, so hopefully Microsoft will pull something out that is new and exciting that I can actually be excited about. With Kinect games, I'm thinking we're definitely going to be seeing some new announcements of Kinect games because it's still pretty new hardware. Hopefully they're not going to be doing the same kind of thing they did last year with Kinectimals and Dance Central, because those are good games for showing off the new hardware, but I think that now that it's been out for a while, it's time for them to kind of move past the initial gimmicky game stage and bring us some really fun, innovative, quality games for the Kinect. It'd also be really cool if they could maybe put in some functionality with regular controller games and the Kinect, but I'm not really sure how they'd go about doing that without making it really awkward to reach up and change your equips or whatever halfway through a game. So it would be cool to see that, but it depends if they'd be able to pull it off well or not. And finally, in regards to Microsoft, in the light of the whole PSN hack thing recently, I think it's likely that we're going to be seeing Microsoft putting a lot of focus onto their very secure and very reliable online service, because I guess they do have something over Sony now. So I think we'll be seeing a lot of maybe new Xbox Live features, or even just them focusing a lot of game announcements with hey, look how good the online is for this with Xbox Live, you guys, Xbox Live. So I think we might be seeing a bit of Xbox Live action from Microsoft this year. And now when it comes to Sony, I'm wondering what they're going to be doing with the whole PSN thing, if they're going to face it and apologize for it and embrace that it's happened and just kind of announce a brand new secure PSN system or something. That'd be awesome, but I'm not sure if they're going to do that or just kind of sidestep the issue completely and forget about it. Personally, I think it'd be really cool for them to come out and admit that PSN was not secure, it was awful, but they've created this brand new secure and reliable system or something. I think that'd be a really cool thing for them to do. When it comes to game announcements from Sony, I'm thinking Uncharted 3, along with maybe an announcement for the Uncharted 1 and 2 bundle that we've seen pop up over the last few days. I'm also thinking we might be seeing the Team Ico bundle, which is Ico and Shadow of the Colossus. They're supposed to be getting a HD remake, which would be really cool because I haven't played either of those games and I would like to play them, so hopefully some information about them. You could also be seeing information about White Knight Chronicles 2, or maybe even God of War 4 announced. That'd be kind of cool. And maybe a date for Twisted Metal, because they made a big deal of that last E3 and we haven't really heard much about Twisted Metal since then. We'll probably be seeing some more Move games as well, and hopefully, like Microsoft, they'll kind of shy away from the gimmicky angle and just kind of focus on making more quality, fun, innovative games that aren't just about waving your arms around. I've noticed that Sony are actually more into putting functionality with Move into regular controller games, which I like that, so hopefully they continue down that track and make some cool Move games for us. But enough with the PS3, I'm thinking that a lot of their keynote will be devoted to the NGP, or the Next Gen Portable, which is the handheld they're coming out with. I'm guessing we might be seeing some more specs, some more just really impressive hardware stuff, maybe even a date and a price in Japan. That'd be kind of cool. I would like to know a kind of tentative date. That'd be something I would be interested in. It'd also be cool to have like a little showcase of titles for the NGP, hopefully even launch titles, but you know, with the whole 3DS thing, that didn't go so well with the list of titles and what was actually released at launch, but hopefully we're seeing some awesome games for the NGP, like probably even a stock standard like Little Big Planet or Modern Nation Racers games just to get started with the NGP, so hopefully be seeing some cool games for that. But speaking of the 3DS and Nintendo, I don't really have anything else that I'm expecting to hear from Sony at E3 this year, so I will move on to Nintendo now. Last year, Nintendo pretty much won E3 with like all the 3DS announcements and all this like awesome stuff that they talked about, so they have got some pretty high standards to hold up to this year. I'll start with what I'm hoping for in regards to the 3DS, which at this point is mostly just like dates and information about games that we saw at last E3, like Mario Kart, Animal Crossing, Kid Icarus, the Professor Layton game, what else is there? I've written them down. Paper Mario, Star Fox, pretty much all the games they showed off that we were all expecting to be released around the launch and then we didn't get them. I would like to see dates and information about those games. Also really hoping for some information about some games that have been announced since then, like Heroes of Ruin, which looks really cool. And also I'd like to hear about like an English release of maybe the Layton and Phoenix Wright game. I'm not really banking on it, I don't think they're going to mention it, but hopefully that'll be really awesome if they did mention an English release of that game, because I know it's something that a lot of Phoenix Wright and Layton fans are really looking forward to. I'm also expecting a ton of footage and information and screenshots about the new Super Mario game coming to 3DS, because that seems like a pretty big title for them to focus on and do a lot of information about. I would also really like announcements for games like Metroid, Pikmin, and maybe even Super Smash Bros. On the 3DS, but I don't know, maybe I'm just asking for too much, and I'm not really sure if they'd be interested in taking Smash Bros. To the 3DS, but I guess we'll see, because I would love it on 3DS, it would be so much fun, but, you know, those three games would be really cool on 3DS, I think Metroid, Pikmin, Smash Bros., so fingers crossed. Hardware-wise, I'm not expecting a, like, 3DS Lite or anything announcement, but I am hoping they'll announce some of the new colors, or maybe even, like, a special 25th Zelda anniversary themed 3DS. I think that'd be kind of cool, because I know a lot of people who are hanging out and waiting for the 3DS to have new colors, and I do think that releasing them would, you know, help. But enough about the 3DS, because I'm assuming a lot of their keynote will be devoted to Project Cafe, or whatever they decide to call it. Hopefully they're going to announce a real name, so that we don't have to keep calling it Project Cafe, Nintendo Stream, Wii 2, or whatever. I am hoping for a real solid name that we can stick to and keep using. As far as 3DS titles are concerned, I'd be really interested in seeing some of the third-party titles that are being developed, because we know they're like really buckling down and trying to get a lot of third-party support for this console, and it would be nice to know what they're working on and what we can expect from its release. As far as Project Cafe's hardware is concerned, the keynote should be able to put a lot of rumors to rest, so we'll finally know if it's going to have the touchscreen with haptic feedback, or if it's going to have the front-facing camera, or if it's going to be able to wash your car or whatever. It would be nice to know what it's going to have, what the big feature is, so we can stop making up rumors about it. Also, it would be totally sweet if Nintendo made like an announcement about a brand new franchise or something, like some brand new character and like a whole new adventure, but I'm not banking on it because I do think they have a lot coming out in regards to like their old franchises and hardware and everything, but that would be like the cherry on top of everything else. And finally, I'm really hoping for Skyward Sword information, you know, a date and just a lot of screenshots and information and everything, because I'm really looking forward to Skyward Sword, if you couldn't tell. Either way, with a bunch of 3DS titles on the way and Project Cafe information, I'm definitely looking forward to Nintendo's keynote the most out of all of E3, but hopefully Sony and Microsoft will also be able to surprise me and put on a good show and get me excited for the next year of gaming. But I will leave you there for now, because I think I've talked enough about Microsoft and Sony and Nintendo and E3 and games and blah blah blah, so I will leave that there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, learned something new, maybe. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if there's something you're looking forward to at E3, something you're hoping for. If you've got a positive or negative response, leave that in the comments as well. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you liked my video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you aren't subscribed already. Don't forget to check the description for links to my Facebook, Twitter, and blog, where you can find me on the internet and see what I'm doing elsewhere. But that's it for today, so I'll see you guys on Monday with a new video, and until then, bye!